Hello, I'm the Doctor.
Hey Who fans, and welcome to the Big Blue Box podcast. This is Gary.
And this is Adam.
And welcome to our first special commentary.
Yeah, special.
A special. So as we're going to be celebrating the 10th anniversary of the revival of Doctor Who, we thought we would do some extra stuff for you guys.
So yeah, give a bit of extra content.
Extra stuffs.
Yeah, and I've never done a commentary track before, so this is going to be very interesting.
It is. I haven't done one either, so this is new ground for us. It could go horribly wrong, or it could be very cool. We'll let you decide after.
Yeah.
So, essentially, what we're going to be doing, buddy, aren't we? We're going to be doing the 11th hour.
Yes.
Because we've got a Chris Eccleston one coming up, which we're going to do at the end of March, to celebrate Rose, the 10th anniversary of that episode launching. But this is like a test the waters, see how we get on. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, and I think the 11th hour. I mean, you chose this one, didn't you? I think it's a good choice actually. Been a while since I watched it, so be fun to revisit this one.
It will be, yes. So yeah, as you guys probably know on the podcast now, this isn't the first I actually joined in with Doctor Who quite a way after the 11th hour. And so this will be a good one for me to do. It's kind of like stepping in through the TARDIS for the first time, I guess, because I imagine that there are a lot of Who fans out there who this was probably their very first episode of Doctor Who. If you're a younger Doctor Who fan and Matt Smith is your Doctor, then I'm assuming that could have been your first one.
Yeah, a lot of people did jump on board at this point, didn't they?
They did,
and a lot of Tennant fans jumped off as well. but yeah, I think a lot of people probably, for them, Matt was their Doctor for our younger audience, and you jumped on just after this, didn't you, with The Beast Below, sort of as your proper proper one.
So I didn't actually jump on the inaugural Matt Smith outing, but I think this would be a good one to do. You know, Matt Smith is fresh into the role. Whole new production team, new showrunner, and so yeah, I think it's a good one for us to do.
Yeah, I remember when I first saw this, I was tremendously excited about that. The fact it we all knew it was going to be a new sort of beginning in a sense, because we'd seen little spoilery photos of the TARDIS with the St. John's ambulance, which caused a massive stir in fandom. It's like, oh, he's changed the TARDIS, it's got the St. John. There was lots of little things that we could see prior to this being aired that showed it was going to be, a fresh production, if you like.
Yeah.
And I was watching it in a pub. I won a ticket to see to watch it with a load of Doctor Who fans in a pub on a big screen, and it was a really good atmosphere. Yeah, it was good. But I remember the volume of the TV was so low when it started that everyone was going mad, and they had to quickly turn it up.
Oh,
so yeah, it was good. It was good.
There was almost a riot of Who fans.
I'll tell you what, there could have been, because we were all obviously you get there a few hours earlier, so you're all pumped up, waiting for the episode to start, and everyone was excited because we assumed there was going to be a new intro, which of course there was. So yeah, we were all sort of raring to go, and it started, and it was really quiet, and everyone's like, turn it up, everyone's going mad, But yeah.
That sounds cool. I wish I'd have done something like that. Yeah, because I think the first time that I watched this episode was when I just got the box set.
Oh yeah,
and
you went back.
Yeah, went back and started watching it from the beginning. So it would have been cool to do something like that, though.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, it's I don't know. I do quite like sort of with the first episode, sort of shutting myself away and not being interrupted, because there were, I had someone's head in front of me and I couldn't really see it properly. It was a good atmosphere. It was definitely a good atmosphere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I sort of remember sort of going home and immediately wanting to watch it again properly, on a TV. But yeah, it's good atmosphere.
It sounds cool.
Yeah.
Right, well, let's crack on. So we've got the episode queued up and ready to go.
Yep.
So the idea is that you guys listening at home, what's going to happen is there is going to be some audio from the episode coming through. So if you're not able to sit in front of a TV and put the episode on, you can still listen away. You'll be able to hear the episode kind of in the background. Or if you want to stick it on at home, get your earphones on and watch it, and listen to us waffling along with it, then all good. So the way we've done it is we've got it queued up now at 2 seconds. So when you first put your disc in and you go through, as Adam, found out this morning, you have to go through loads and loads of screens and menus.
Oh god! Yeah.
When you hit play, this episode starts with just a black screen, and then you get the moon and some stars appear. So when you hit play, if you are playing along at home, just hit pause button at 2 seconds, because that's where we are right now.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do a countdown. Then we're all going to hit play, and then away we go.
That's it. My laptop's so old. I do hope there isn't a delay when I press play of it winding itself up to play it, but we'll see.
Yeah, this is stretching the technical stuff of within the TARDIS right now.
That's right. Yeah, my laptop has got a starting handle. That's how old it is.
It's like an outboard motor.
It's not far off.
Right. So I think we're good to go.
Okay.
So we're going to do a countdown, aren't we? We're going to do 3, 2, 1.
The classic 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. So we're not going to hit play on 1. So we're going to say 3, 2, 1.
Go.
Go. So you can hit play on the word go.
That's it.
Right. We good?
Yeah.
Right. Cool.
Let's do it.
So 3, 2, 1, go. And we're off.
And we're off. It started.
Yes.
Nice CGI here, actually, of the Earth. This is good.
Not bad.
Murray's music. Oh, I'd forgotten about the BBC logo. I love that. Straight into it with the TARDIS over London. It's great.
That looks cool, doesn't it?
It does. Oh, wow. I've forgotten about all this.
It was quite an action-packed affair, wasn't it, to begin with?
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, we're straight into it, aren't we? Why is the Doctor outside the TARDIS, though? It does bug me. What is he doing outside the TARDIS?
Well, in the last episode where Tennant left, the TARDIS is just crashing away, isn't it? So he's probably trying to... he's probably bashed the door open to find out what's going on. Where is he?
Oh, right, okay.
Do you know what I mean? He's probably just like... some Doctors are quite disorientated with fresh off a regeneration, aren't they? So he's probably like, where the hell am I? What's going on?
I see, yeah. It does make for a great start, actually.
This is very cool, though. I'd forgotten about all this.
And Murray's music's great, isn't it? What an intro.
And then the new theme.
Oh, yes. Now I remember all the gasps because that is the other good thing about watching this with someone else. You get all the reactions and remember all the gasps of every time there was like a lightning crash like that. Oh, there's lightning in the credits and stuff. And,
This was a very different approach, wasn't it? Theme-wise.
Very.
New text, new logo, new music, the whole lot.
Yeah, I don't mind the theme, actually. I think the theme's okay. I like this part of the opening credits, this orangey bit. I'm not overstruck with the cloud and lightning thing, to be honest. But I like this sort of bit of it. I do remember thinking how already the style of this, just even from these early scenes, just looked very classy. And I think the music as well. Yes. It does feel, I remember it did feel very different from what we'd had before, almost instantly, actually.
Yeah, because they... It looked to me like the cinematography was... They'd invested quite a lot, because it looked very cinematic, didn't it? It looked very... every frame was very nicely shot, and it just looked really nice.
Yeah.
Little Amy.
Little Amy, yeah. That's actually Karen's... what's she? Cousin or something, isn't it? She's related to Karen Gillan, isn't she?
She is. It's her niece or a cousin?
Niece, that's it, yes.
Yeah.
I was looking at the house there because there's always this thing, and I'm going to check when we get to the point, that the house has only got 2 levels from the outside, but I believe it's got 3 on the set inside.
Oh, really?
Which people were sort of tying in with later on, saying, well, it's was a bit like in the lodger, was the 3rd level something else? Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Was they ever going to come back and explain it? But of course, they never did. I think it was just a continuity error. But
the music again. Oh, so the music really did take a big jump and different direction from this series. It's so nice.
It's fantastic. I love the music in this episode. It's brilliant. Poor old TARDIS there, looking the worse for wear.
Pretty bashed up.
Yeah.
It's a bit like... That's what it looks like when we do the news, mate.
Now, we've talked before on our reviews about child actors and how they vary in quality of sometimes being good and sometimes just being damn right annoying. I think, is it Caitlin, this this girl's name?
You could be right.
Something like that.
Caitlin
But she's
Blackwood,
she's very good. I think she gives a really nice, subtle performance.
She does. It's one of those.
And I can believe that's Karen as well, obviously because they're related, but it's believable. This is great, isn't it? Here he comes, our new doctor at the time. Brilliant.
And there he cements himself as.
Can I have an apple? All I can think about apples. I love apples. Maybe I'm having a craving.
Yeah, I was going to say, straight off the bat, cements himself as one of the best doctors.
I genuinely liked Matt right from the word go. I know some people, it took a while for him to sort of grow on them. I think a lot of people sort of found him very different to David Tennant, and but I genuinely took to Matt straight away. I just really, really liked him.
Yeah, he's a naturally good actor as well. It looks to me like, and a lot of other people have said this, that it just looks like he just fell into the role so naturally, played it so well straight from the beginning. It was almost scary. There was no warm up needed. He didn't kind of get into his stride after like one or two series. It was he was straight into it.
Yeah, and I don't think whereas David Tennant was a fan of the show beforehand, so sort of brought that with him. I don't know if Matt really knew that much about the program before he joined it. Do you know what I mean? So he fitted in really well, but I don't think he sort of had that baggage of being a fan. So he kind of just had to go with his gut feeling, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I actually, I like Matt in probably this series, and because he gets a little bit sort of fiddly and quirky towards the end of his tenure. And certain mannerisms slightly started to grate on me a little bit, although I really like Matt. But I really like him, especially in this episode. He's a bit more powerful, maybe. I don't know. He's a little bit more sort of direct and not so goofy, is the only way I could explain it. He gets a little bit sort of goofy towards the end, which started to slightly annoy me. But in this, he's much more kind of in control, I think.
Right, I read you. He got a bit zany, didn't he? And a bit
zany, yeah, a little bit too much for me. But
this is the classic fish fingers and custard coming up.
Yeah.
Apparently, they weren't fish fingers.
Oh, what were they?
Yeah, they were some kind of coconut breaded things.
Ooh.
I'm not sure if that's because Matt Smith doesn't like fish fingers, or I'm not quite sure, but apparently he had to eat quite a few of them. They did a few takes, so.
Oh God, sounds disgusting. Sounds worse than fish fingers and custard.
I was going to say I prefer the fish fingers, I think.
Yeah. Now this I remember this was getting quite a lot of laughs when I was watching it in the pub with all the other Doctor Who fans. All of this went down really well.
Right.
Whereas I was actually finding it a little bit padding. I kind of just wanted to get into the story. But I seem to be in the minority. There were lots of laughs, and especially when he spits at the beans. And it was at this point on the first watch I was getting a bit worried, thinking, "What's happening?" Like, do you know what I mean? I don't know.
You're like,
but I do enjoy it more now. Now I know that it's a good episode, but I do remember at the time thinking, "What's going on?"
I must admit, I did find this section a bit slapsticky, a little bit.
Well, I think it's at this point because I was thinking, okay, I've had a few funny scenes. Oh, we're still doing it. It's almost a little bit. The joke is played out a little bit too long for me.
Yeah, and the music's very clown-like and playful. And it's it's for the kids, I guess. This bit.
Yeah, I was going to say a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, here's the classic scene, isn't it? Fish fingers and custard.
Does he? In the very last episode of Matt Smith, he has a bowl of custard, doesn't he, on the TARDIS console? Is that right?
I don't know.
Did he have that, or was it something else? I could be totally wrong there.
No, you could be right. I'll have to go back and have a look. You talking about the time of the Doctor?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. I'm sure there was a little bowl of custard. I could be wrong. Anyways, fish fingers and custard. I'm sure
we should have had some while we're doing the commentary, shouldn't we? We should have lined some up, really.
I was going to say, I bet there were thousands of kids up and down the country asking for fish fingers and custard for tea.
Yeah, I'll have to try it one day.
I don't think it would be that bad, you know.
No, the more I think about it, and I know a few people who have done it, like on YouTube and stuff. It's like it's a done thing to do it for a while. They do look like very. Now you've said it, they do look like very fat fish fingers, don't they?
Yeah.
Fish custard. Look at you. Just sitting there.
Yeah, he's a bit more laddie in his
Yeah.
earlier performance, isn't he? He's not so, like I say, he's not so zany. He's a bit more of a lad.
Yeah.
I kind of prefer it, actually.
Yeah. I need to ask a quick question. I'm sure this has been covered many times, but where is little Amy's parents?
Yes, that's a good question. Where are they? I don't know.
Because you always, whenever they refer back to this this time period where Amy's this age and she's in this house waiting for the doctor, you never see anyone else around, do you? There was an episode where she was... Was there an episode where there was like a psychiatrist or something and she was drawing pictures of the doctor, and I can't remember what episode that was, but
I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, but you never directly see her interact with a parent or parents, do you? She's always in his house by herself by the look of it.
No, it's a very good point, actually. I've never really thought about it, but you're absolutely right. That is really odd, isn't it?
Yeah, even when we fast forward and we see the older Amy in that house, there's still no sign of anybody else living there, or maybe some listeners can get some clarification for us. I'm sure there's an answer somewhere, but
So I'm thinking of the wedding as well. They must be at the wedding, surely at the end of this series.
Yeah, were they there? I think so.
I mean, they
Maybe.
might be there. I mean, I don't think they're referenced, but
No.
yeah, it's really odd. I've never even thought about that. Yeah, why is this girl on her own in this big creepy house?
Yeah.
It's odd. Unless they haven't gone through the crack, have they?
No, not yet.
No. I mean, her parents. Like
Oh,
that,
maybe. Yeah.
Is that part of it? I really can't
Possibly.
remember.
Please let us know, guys, if you know the answer. But yes, this is the famous crack in the wall. Is it a crack in the time? A rift in time?
Rift in time, yeah, and it's been propping up a lot, hasn't it? I mean, even right towards the end of Matt's era, it was still sort of being put in there and stuff.
Yeah, well, the Time Lords sent all of their regeneration energy through it, didn't they? So he could start his regeneration cycle again.
Yeah,
Right at the end.
I mean, when I watched this, I never imagined it would take so long to get such an explanation for it, or for it all to be tied up. I don't know. I wonder whether Moffat planned that right from the start, or if it just happened that way.
Yeah. It's quite a cool concept, but yeah, it did get longed out, didn't it? Quite a lot.
Well, it kind of made me, the fact that the Time Lords were behind it stuff kind of just made me feel like he hadn't thought. I mean, I don't believe at this point he was thinking that. Maybe I'm wrong, but it doesn't quite work for me. Time Lords being behind there.
Yeah. Something that's quite cool is the Doctor's, even though he doesn't actually seem that kind of disorientated, does he, in this episode? He's pretty much...
No, he doesn't actually.
Kind of hits the ground running as you expect him to as the Doctor we've seen. But if we think to Peter Capaldi's regeneration, he spent pretty much nearly a whole episode just not knowing what the hell was going on.
That's right, and also, and David Tennant spent most of it in bed recovering, didn't he?
Yeah.
You're right. He's kind of Matt's just straight into it.
Prisoner Zero has escaped. But why tell us?
Do you know, I like the whole Prisoner Zero thing. I don't think they maximised it. I think they should have used it more.
Yes, I agree.
Escaped through here.
Because it was quite sinister. It was quite creepy. From this point on, it was you knew that there was something that had come through the crack. But yeah, so what I can see now the 3 floors. They're on the middle floor, aren't they?
They're on the middle floor, and we've got steps going up. But there's only when you see the outside, there's only two levels.
I really like this concept as well.
Yes.
This out the corner of your eye, that very suggestive, that fear factor that's played on people's minds for, forever pretty much, how they tap into that.
Yes, I like that as well. It works really well. It really gives a good, creepy, sinister edge to it. Yeah, really, really nice. Yeah, there we go. Look, two levels. Unless it goes up to the loft or something. because it's just like a bit like the lodger, wasn't it? There was a thing about there was only there were stairs, but and didn't really have an upstairs. And people wondered if it was going to tie in with that, but it didn't.
Yeah, because the floor it disappeared, didn't it, towards the end of the lodger?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? It must have been quite exciting for Stephen Moffat when he became showrunner. I mean, I can just imagine he was brimming with ideas and enthusiasm watching this, because this episode is just, he's firing on all cylinders, really. I mean, it's just, you can almost feel the excitement of all the things he's trying to bring out. I mean, he's really putting his own stamp on it right from the word go, as we'll see later with the TARDIS and all the new stuff that he's brought in, and it's he's just taken it by the reins and gone with it, isn't he? There's no I see what you mean. There's no there was no holding back, as it were. No, and also there's no connection to the sort of the last episode. What was David Tennant's last episode? With Wilf and End of Time and all of that. Absolutely no reference or nothing, or even you don't even get a feeling of that episode at all. It just feels good, like a completely new start. I mean, I just imagine Moffat was just right, let's do this. It's mine now, sort of thing. Yeah.
Do you know what though? That's the one thing that I'm not really too keen on from the Matt Smith Moffat era, is that there's absolutely no reference at all to Rose or Martha or Donna. Especially Rose. She was quite an important companion, I guess, from the first few series, and they don't even mention her name at all. I can understand, I'm not saying that we should have had Rose back at all necessarily, but the Doctor doesn't even mention her. I don't think so anyway. There's no reference to those guys at all. Wilf, no one. No,
that's right. That's the thing. It does feel like Stephen Moffat just wanted to make it his show, which you can understand, but I'm like a bit like you. I think he has tied in elements from the RTD era, but he's also rewritten a lot of it, and some of that I'm a bit uncomfortable with as well.
Yeah, this is this scene here with the young Amy sitting on the little suitcase. It's kind of how they bring it round full circle, don't they? In the time of the Doctor, when just before Matt Smith regenerates, he says to the Amy, Pond turns up and he's like, this was the first face that this face saw.
That's right, yeah, lovely line. Yeah.
Now this bit actually I thought was quite cleverly done, because you assume that he's just popped off to do a couple of things and he's come back and everything's different.
Yeah, it's nice. Oh, still got the old Sonic there. Apparently Matt was renowned for breaking the Sonics, wasn't he?
Prisoner Zero is here. Prisoner Zero is here. Prisoner Zero.
Amy's kind of done all right by herself, considering Prisoner Zero's been there for God knows how many years. She hasn't done too bad.
It does feel very, very epic, this episode. Like, lots of locations, lots of nice, settings and stuff. It's moving along at a good pace.
Rory, the boy who waited.
Yes, he seemed like a bit of a sideline character to begin with, didn't he? He does, obviously he does come into the series a lot more later on, but after this episode, he kind of gets left behind. And looking at him now, I didn't even know that we were going to sort of be seeing him again, really. I'm glad we did, though. I quite like Rory.
Yeah, he's cool.
Because they called for you.
I think he's good with humour, actually. Arthur Darvill. His character's quite sort of humorous. I quite like it.
Yes, yeah. And him and Matt Smith together are very good, very humorous.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, you could tell that they all got on well, can't you? Karen Gillan, Matt, and oh look, it's that woman from Broadchurch.
Oh yeah, Olivia Colman.
Olivia Colman. She's a great actor. Actually,
she's
I like Olivia Colman.
Yeah.
Forgotten she was in this actually. Now, why this gives me an insight into Stephen Moffat's pervy little mind.
Oh, the police uniform.
Well, that and the she's a not a strippogram. What is she? She's a kissogram. Yeah. He's a lad, isn't he? That Moffat. Mind you,
think,
she wears
yeah.
it well.
Yeah, there was some adult connotations going on here with the handcuffs and police uniforms and yeah,
Yeah. Amelia.
Definitely, yeah.
Where is she?
which is not a bad thing.
5 minutes. The engines.
No,
No.
why doesn't she remember him?
Um,
I know it's been a few years, but she's not likely to forget him, is she?
do you know what? I think she does remember him. I think that she's just too.
6 months.
Yeah, you can tell in her face that she's kind of starting to clock now, but she's just not letting on that she knows. I think.
Yeah, I'm with you.
What happened to her? What happened to Amelia?
Now my
Sarge, it's me again. Hurry it up.
my disc has stopped working, so I might have to catch up with you in a bit. But so you might have to take the reins for a second.
So we can see. Yeah, so these patients in the hospital at the moment, they're kind of. I think
They were even conscious.
they're in a coma of some sort, and
Yes, I know.
yeah, so we can see Rory. He's just as bemused as we all are.
We've been very patient with you, Rory.
Is it? Yeah, it's the guy with the dog, isn't it? Is he
Yeah.
in there? Yeah.
Yeah, so
We know if their blood pressure changes. There is no possibility that you could have seen them wandering about the village. Why are you giving me your phone?
It's a camera too.
So yeah, you're absolutely right. Rory is a very humorous. The thing is, he doesn't really. I don't think he's trying too hard to be humorous. He's not like, he's not. He's not trying to be an overly comical character. He's just got this look about him, and his timing's really good. The way he delivers his lines, and he's kind of got this buffoon kind of feel to his character right now, hasn't he? He's very happy-go-lucky.
Yeah, I mean, I like Arthur Darvill as Rory. I hadn't seen him in anything before this, so I don't know. But he seems quite a sort of comfortable actor. Do you know what I mean? He seems to.
Yeah.
He's sort of got a style, hasn't he? He's got his own sort of style of delivering stuff, and he doesn't sort of feel awkward. Sometimes when you get a new actor, they take a while to get into it.
Yes,
But he
yeah.
seems to
Yeah.
sort of be hitting the ground running.
And here we go again with the corner of your eye.
Karen, yeah.
But it's not possible.
Yeah. So the door that she's just noticed
There's a perception filter all
that wasn't there before, apparently.
Yeah, and I like all that. This is sort of a bit sapphire and steel. I like all this notion of things changing and you not noticing and how you accept things, because it's quite easy to do that.
It is, yeah. It's I like the way they play on it as well. It's quite subtle. They haven't used it as a big kind of plot device, but yeah.
Do not touch.
Yeah, it does work well with this though.
Listen to me. Do not open that.
And
Listen to me. Do I just have a face that nobody listens to?
immediately, Amy's got that disobedient streak.
Where is it? Silver thing?
She doesn't really listen to anybody. Does what she wants to do.
Yeah, I did find. I like Amy and I like Karen.
See it.
I did find her a little bit not annoying, but I don't know. She takes a while to grow on me in this episode. Even the whole sort of knocking the doctor out and all that business, and later on when she shuts his tie in the door, and
Yeah.
I found her a little bit irritating in this one. But she does grow on me. I do like Amy.
We can see she's gone into the room now. We can see the doctor's old Sonic covered in goop.
Mm.
Get out of there.
So he's screaming, "Get out of there!" Really cool.
It's funny, isn't it? How I mean, Stephen Moffat is literally, he's not just sort of changed the odd bit here and there. He's he's given him a new TARDIS, new interior, new Sonic. Everything's new.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's almost as if he just wanted to start the show again, in a sense.
There's nothing here but...
Corner of your eye.
What is it?
Don't try to see it. If you don't, you've seen it. It will.
So the CGI for this wasn't too bad. I think
That's quite good.
They ploughed a little bit of money into it, obviously, for the first. Well, it's as good as Doctor Who can be, anyway. There is, as we've said many times, especially with classic Who, it's kind of the appeal, really. The not having Hollywood style CGI, it kind of adds to the appeal of the show.
Oh yeah, of course. It's
Yeah.
dimensional multiform from outer space. They're all terrified of wood.
What's that? What's it doing?
I don't know.
Getting dressed. Right, just go. Your backup's coming. I'll be fine.
There is no backup.
I heard you on the radio. You called for backup.
I was pretending. It's a pretend radio.
But you're a police.
Ah, the reveal. She's a kissogram.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I mean, I remember thinking this at the time. I mean, I didn't suspect she was going to be that. I actually thought she was going to be a policewoman. Did you?
Yeah, I thought she was. Very convincing outfit.
Look
Yes.
at the faces.
What? I'm sorry, but what?
It's all one creature. One creature disguises two.
Oh.
Mhm. I thought this was quite creepy.
Bit muddled, did you?
The actor playing him just looks really creepy, I think.
Yeah.
Pattern from. You need a psychic link, a live feed. How do you fix that?
Yeah, and I didn't really get the concept immediately until I saw him lying in the bed. You
Oh,
know.
that's horrible, isn't it?
Mhm.
Stay back.
Oh, the teeth as well. That actually is quite scary.
Yeah, I mean that actually looks quite unpleasant.
The
And that's why we're saying
those huge, horrible teeth inside a yeah.
then you'd have to kill us.
The dog looks sweet.
The-
What's that?
Well, that won't be backup. Okay, one more time. We do have backup, and that's definitely why we're safe.
It's almost like it's on a megaphone. This Prisoner Zero, isn't it? You always imagine the extra outside the room, speaking the lines.
yeah. Sonic's run out of batteries. Common problem, so I'm told.
Yeah. It does. That's the good thing about this episode. Like now, we're building up again. So, you know, it does have some really good moments where bit of story, and then we build up to some good action. Love this village. I've always wanted to go here, actually. That we're going to see in a second.
Oh, is this Ledworth?
Yeah, I don't know the name of the real place, but
Yeah, it's a little Welsh place, isn't it? Obviously.
An alien convict is hiding in your
I like it when they go to villages now. It reminds me of stories like the demons and that sort of thing, you know.
Yeah.
I like it when they go to real settings that you can imagine being in.
still rebuilding, not letting us in.
Yeah. I think it's a little village called Landaff.
Uh-huh.
Wait, wait. The shed. I destroyed that shed last time I was here. It smashed it to pieces.
So there's a new one. Let's go.
Yeah, but the new one's got old. It's 10 years old at least.
I like that.
12 years. I'm not 6 months late. I'm 12 years late.
He's coming.
You said 6 months. Why did you say 6 months?
We've got to go.
This matters. This is important. Why did you say 6 months?
Well, why did you say 5 minutes?
Oh.
Come on. Come on!
Yeah, it does look a very picturesque little village in Wales.
You're Amelia.
Yeah, it's nice, yeah. There's a thing about the duck pond later as well, which I've always liked. Why are there no ducks?
12 years.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and again, I don't think we ever got an explanation. It's another one that fans like, oh, there's going to be a revelation, but you know, this is seems a strange thing to get excited about. But yeah. Why are there no ducks in Ledworth?
No, come on. What?
Of course, later on, they in Amy's choice, they upgrade to Upper Ledworth.
Oh yes, I've forgotten about that.
Yeah, so they're peasants right now.
Yeah. She's in the same house though, isn't it? Again, same house. She's grown up, but no parents.
Very weird.
Doctor, what's happening?
Recognise that guy from somewhere.
Yes, he's he's been in Benidorm recently, and he's been in quite a few things. He used to be in You Rang My Lord.
Oh yes.
Always
of
got
course.
clipped round the head every
Yeah.
episode.
Yes.
Oh,
Hello. Sorry to burst in. We're doing a special on television faults in this area. Also crimes. Let's have a look.
I was just about to phone. It's on every channel.
Hello, Amy dear. You a policewoman now?
You policewoman now?
Of course, she's best known for Margaret
Yeah.
from the One Foot in the Grave.
Yeah.
We get introduced to a couple of little characters here, don't we?
Yes. Yeah.
Who's Amy? You were Amelia.
Yeah, now I'm Amy.
Amelia Pond. That was a great name.
Bit fairy tale.
I know
It
you,
was a good name.
don't I? I've seen you somewhere before.
Not me. Brand new face. First time on. And what sort of job's a kissogram?
I go to parties and I kiss people. With outfits. It's a laugh.
You were a little girl 5 minutes ago.
You're worse than my aunt.
I'm the doctor. I'm worse than every.
I'm the doctor. Worse than that's a good line.
Yeah.
And that is not how I'm introducing myself.
Répétez. Le prisonnier die menschliche Residenz verlassen soll.
Okay. So it's everywhere. Every language. They're broadcasting to the whole world.
What's up there? What are you looking for?
Okay. Planet this size. 2 poles. Your basic molten core. They're going to need a 40% fission blast. But they'll have to power up first, won't they? So, assuming a medium-sized starship.
That guy looks very like, what the hell?
Yes, I remember this chap because there's a nice little scene later on where they're on the laptop. I can't remember. I remember there's something quite humorous about it, but I've forgotten what. Something to do with Patrick Moore, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
Yes,
All those cartoons you did when you were little.
the Raggedy Doctor.
They're right. Yeah.
Cartoons.
Now this is quite nice because we haven't really sort of had any idea of this backstory before, but it's clear that she's been sort of obsessed with him, and everybody knows about it.
Human residents. They're not talking about.
So they sort of kind of already know him, even though he doesn't even know himself.
And it's going to incinerate the planet.
One of the things that I like about this episode is it kind of it deals with a couple of issues very well at the same time, because we've got a new doctor and a new companion in the making, and we're going through all the motions with that. There's also just a classic Doctor Who story running through it, isn't there? There's an alien ready to blow up the planet, and he's got to stop it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's quite a nice little CGI shot of all the different Prisoner Zero thingies.
Yep. Thingies.
What are they? I was going to say eyeballs, but they've kind of got this crystallized shell, which is quite a nice little design, actually.
I'm not sure what they're called.
What is that?
The Atraxi. No.
Tracks.
Yeah, the Atraxi.
Why aren't there any ducks?
There we go.
There's never any ducks.
Then how do you know it's a duck pond?
It just is. Is it important, the duck pond?
I don't know.
Ah, so he does start having a few regeneration pangs then.
This is too soon. Sorry, I'm not ready. I'm not done yet.
He thinks he's going to go already.
Yeah.
What's happening? Why is it going dark?
Notice he only grabbed one of his hearts.
I didn't actually, but yeah, you're right.
So what's wrong with the sun?
Might have looked a bit silly,
You're looking at it through
grabbing
a
both.
Dave.
Well, unless only one of them was. I guess if both were going, it'd be out.
Yeah, true.
Oh,
Yeah.
here they come.
Now this is one of the scenes I always remember when watching it the first time. Well, this bit coming up with this weird effect
This isn't real, is it? This is something.
where he's sort of noticing everything.
Oh, okay. Yep.
We had a time machine.
Then you believe me?
Then I grew up.
Oh no, he said, "Shut up, wait."
No, hang on, shut up. Wait. I missed it.
This bit.
And I missed it. What did I see? I saw. What did I see? I saw.
Oh yes, the steady cam. Yeah.
It's quite Sherlock, I think. It's more Sherlock than Doctor Who. This whole little bit, I always find. Bet it took blimmin' ages to do.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Quite cool though.
Yes, yeah, it works well. Yeah, it's good. But yeah, did you notice he said "shut up" there as well? It's amazing. I've never noticed the Doctor saying "shut up," but since the new series has keeps saying it, I've noticed it a lot watching these older ones back.
Yeah.
Oh, this bit annoyed me.
No!
Amy, no, no! What are you doing?
Are you out of your mind?
Who are
You
you?
know who I am.
No, really. Who are you?
Look at the sky. End of the world, 20 minutes.
Well, better talk quickly then.
Amy, I am.
That's quite.
Amy.
Go and have coffee.
Yeah, this whole thing of her trapping him in the car, just slowing it down. Get on with it. But I do like the bit with the apple.
Hmm.
I'm a doctor. I'm a time traveler.
Yeah. I guess she's struggling to deal with, because she's grown up now.
I'm real. What's
You know,
happening
she's
in the
probably
skies is
thinking,
real, and if you don't let me
for
go,
so long people have told her it's not real. And now he's popped up and...
I don't believe you.
just 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Believe me, for 20 minutes.
Because there was... do you remember in the episode, is it Let's Kill Hitler? With...
It's the same one.
before River Song regenerated into...
Melody.
You know, Melody Pond, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when they're just mucking around in their bedroom, you know, they reference the fact about this, you know, this doctor character or Raggedy Man, whatever.
Mm.
So even back then, she was very... people just, you know, took the mickey out of her a little bit.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, it's a nice flashback.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What do we do?
Stop that nurse.
Murray's music's just really kicking in this
yeah,
episode. It's
absolutely
fantastic,
love it.
actually. Yeah. It's it feels really fresh. I mean, I know the Doctor's theme got used way too much and it kind of killed it, but it was. I remember the first sort of few times I heard it. It's such a amazingly brilliant piece of music. That
I Am
You know.
the Doctor, I think that track's called.
I Am the Doctor. Yeah. I mean, it got played to death, which is a shame. But I remember the first few episodes, just loving it when it kicked in. Just brilliant.
Yeah, they've actually used it only a few times in the Capaldi recent series 8.
Yeah, and I wish they wouldn't use it at all in the Capaldi series, because I think it's Matt's theme. I just don't think it should even be in the Capaldi series anywhere.
No, I felt, yeah.
But it needs a life feed, a psychic link with a living but dormant.
Yeah, this guy does look. He really does do the part. He looks just horrible. And he looks like the dog, which I guess is intentional.
Yeah.
Zero. What? There's a prisoner zero too.
Yes.
And where it comes. Yeah, the CGI is not too bad, is it? What year is this? 2010?
2010, yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
It works. It doesn't. It's not cringeworthy, is it?
No.
Oh, it's the old Sonic. I think this is where Matt actually broke the prop. I think this is the famous scene.
Okay.
Yeah, where they. Well, I don't know if he broke actually, but it. It sparks.
Yes.
Yeah, no, actually, I think he got an electric shock from it, actually. Not that he broke it. I think it actually. Something happened here anyway. They had to stop filming because of that explosion.
Oh, right.
I think he had like a wire down his arm to make it explode, and I think he actually hurt him, or something like that. Yeah.
I think someone's gonna.
He is slightly different, isn't he? Earlier on, I mean, he's bound to be, but his Doctor, the way he's playing it.
Yeah. Sonic's been fried.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is. That's kind of natural, I guess, though, as especially with a character like Doctor Who, or the Doctor, sorry. If you're playing it for a few years, you will evolve, won't you, and make it more your own as you go along.
You find your feet a bit, yeah. It's interesting. You said Doctor Who, because I know Peter Capaldi often refers to the Doctor as Doctor Who when he's being interviewed, and I don't think anyone else gets away with it, because people always if you used to say, "Oh, Doctor Who said that," you say, "No, he's not Doctor Who. He's the Doctor." People used to be really, but no one's corrected Peter Capaldi or even dared to say that. And for me, that's good enough. If Peter Capaldi says he's called Doctor Who, then I'm going with that.
I don't feel too bad now then.
No, exactly. It's a bit.
Yeah.
Now, when my thing cracked up a minute ago for a few minutes, did I miss the bit where Amy come face to face with that thing?
Yes. Yep.
Right. Oh, well, that's a shame, because I wanted to say I never felt the eye line was right when she looks at it. Even the very first time I watched it, she doesn't. I don't think they've lined it up properly. To me, it never looks like she's looking at it.
No, it's slightly off.
Yeah.
dog, though. There's a dog in a coma.
Well, the coma patient dreams he's walking a dog. Prison Zero gets a dog.
Laptop.
That's a nice.
Laptop.
Name, not him, the good-looking one.
Thanks.
Jeff.
Oh, thanks.
He had a laptop in his bag, a laptop. Big bag, big laptop. I need Jeff's laptop. You two, get to the hospital. Get everyone out of that ward, clear the whole...
Matt does seem to be having fun with this, doesn't he?
Oh,
you
yeah.
can sort of feel that they're all enjoying it.
Yeah.
How can he be here? How can the doctor be here?
Yeah. And I think at this moment in time, they'd already got a couple of episodes under their belt, because this wasn't the very first episode that was filmed.
Oh, I wonder
So-
do you know what the first one was?
I don't know off the top of my head. I just know that this was recording block 2 or 3.
Oh, right.
So,
Get a girlfriend.
so he is very new to it still, but you know he's not camera shy at this point. He's already done a couple of episodes.
The experts in the world panicking at once, and do you know what they need?
Remember that getting a big laugh, that line back just back then about get a girlfriend and what he might have on the laptop.
Yeah.
Space Centre Patrick Moore.
Watch him, yeah, I love that.
But watch him, he's a devil. Catching on a call like that, can't I?
But watch him.
Hello? Yeah, I know, you should switch me off, but before you do, watch this.
Oh, Patrick Moore, fantastic.
Yeah, it was cool to get him on board for that.
Yeah.
Matt got killed in a duel before he could write it down. My fault. I slept in.
Just thinking, quite a small role for Olivia Colman, considering what a big actress she is now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she's only in it for a few scenes, really.
Yeah. Well, what was making me think that is because we've got quite a lot of people in this, haven't we? Annette Crosby there, we just seen, and obviously Olivia Colman.
Hmm.
You know, and oh, here we go. It's a big old building. I wonder what that actually is.
Yeah. Looks like the hospital in Spearhead from Space.
Oh yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I was wondering if it was the one in what's it called, the Doctor Dances and the Empty Child. You know that hospital, but I don't know if it is. You know the one where they're all the gas mask people are in.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that, but in daylight. But it I don't know if it is.
Yeah.
Whatever you got, any questions?
Patrick Behave. See, there is some nice humour in this as well. I mean, Moffat has really come up with a really good script here. There's lots of action. There is some nice humour, plenty going on.
Exactly the same.
Yeah, it's I think it's one of his best written episodes for the show.
I do. I still do actually. Yeah, yeah.
Jeff. My best man. You what? Listen to me.
You what?
In 10 minutes, you're going to be a legend. In 10 minutes, everyone on that screen is going to be offering you any job you want. But first, you have to be magnificent. You have to make them trust you and get them working. This is it, Jeff, right here, right now. This is when you fly. Today's a day.
No pressure then.
No. In his face, he's terrifying.
It's your bedroom. Now, go, go, go.
Okay, guys. Let's do this.
Oh, and delete your internet history.
That's very good.
Very good. Yeah. It's still quite weird seeing him run around in Tennant's clothes at the moment.
I was just thinking that
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, I was trying to remember how he gets into his costume, and I've just remembered. But yeah, it is odd seeing him in the battered up old blue shirt and tie.
Yeah.
We can't get through. Oh,
What do you say?
look in the mirror.
Yeah, you see, that's the thing. Amy, I do like Amy, but yeah, she's a little bit. Oh God, what's the word I'm looking for?
Don't worry.
She's a bit too sort of cocksure of herself in this episode for me. I like it. She settles down a bit later on in the series, but she's not mouthy. But do you know what I mean? She's a little bit too.
She's very forward.
Yeah, I don't really like it. I prefer it when she softens down a bit.
There was a man.
Oh, okay, yeah.
A man with a dog. I think Dr. Ramson's dead and the nurses.
Completely forgotten about all this with the fire engine.
Me too. I was just
Yeah.
thinking that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of skipped in my memory. I'd skipped all this bit and gone straight to the bit on the roof.
Yes, me too. Yeah, I've forgotten about all this epic.
I swear it was
The
right.
doctor driving a fire engine. Very cool.
Attacking everyone. Where did he
This
go?
is creepy.
Has he gone? We hidden the lady.
Yeah, it's a little bit The Shining, isn't it, with the two kids and the.
I'm always doing that.
Oh,
So many mouths.
Ah, looks so scary.
that's horrible. Yeah, your son wouldn't like that.
No, but then that's great Doctor Who.
Yes. CGI in the thing's a bit crap there, but it's building really nice this episode. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yes, yeah.
it's actually all coming together quite well, I think. Oh,
Oh dear, little Amelia Pond. I've watched you grow up.
she does Sinister quite well, doesn't she, Olivia Colman?
She does, yeah.
Yeah. I keep wanting her to break out into that accent she does in Broadchurch,
Yeah.
though.
Waiting for her magic doctor to return. But not this time, Amelia.
Yeah, she is quite. She does that very well.
This is good. You do get the feeling of a unit with the Doctor and Rory and Amy. You know, there's already they seem to sort of care about each other, like just the Doctor putting his arms around them and stuff. That they already feel like quite a nice little team.
Yeah, and although Rory's probably quite reluctant to jump on board at first, he's very much got Amy's back, hasn't he?
Yes, oh definitely, yeah. This isn't the episode where what's the episode where Amy tries to kiss the Doctor at the end when he comes out? It's not this one, is it?
No.
Because I hated that.
Oh, yeah.
It was so uncomfortable. It's just so not necessary.
You don't, do you?
And I think part of the reason for that is because I like Rory, and it's just the fact that she would do that. It didn't sit well with me.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to be careful with. One of the things that I think quite annoyed people quite a lot was the love interest between Rose and the 10th Doctor. And you have to be careful. There's a fine line, isn't there, with the companion and the Doctor?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. And I didn't think it was necessary to the extent they went to sometimes with Amy and 11. I just noticed she said silence will fall, which I hadn't picked up on for a while.
My team are working. Jeff and the world. And do you know what they're doing? They're spreading the word all over the world. Quantum fast. The word
This all seems quite epic as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And do you know what the word is? The word is zero. Now, me.
She doesn't look impressed.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, whatever.
I'd probably take that as a hint. And if I had a whole battle fleet surrounding the planet, I'd be able to track a simple old computer virus.
So this is Matt just being the Doctor, isn't it? I mean,
Absolutely.
He's just, yeah.
The source, by the way, is right here.
If there's ever any doubt about, if anyone had any doubt about him being a great Doctor, I mean, just, he just is straight away.
By the end of the episode, you're absolutely right. If anyone had any doubts, they were wiped clean.
I wish I'd spoke to people afterwards actually to gauge their reaction to see, because I remember when the episode ended thinking, yeah, loved him, he's great, already liked this Doctor, but I didn't speak to sort of other fans. I think we kind of just left and went back.
Right.
But I'd love to sort of ask other people, what did you think? Like, because David Tennant had a massive fan base. I think it's quite hard for some people to take to a new Doctor straight away.
Yeah. But
And a lot of people worried about his age, weren't they, as well at the time? They were like, oh, who's this young guy? Oh,
yeah. But one thing that did bring on board, though, is a lot more younger Doctor Who fans, I think. I think Matt really appealed to the very young kids.
Yeah, and I always agree with Stephen Moffat. I think even though Matt is young, he's got like this oldness about him somehow.
He's an old soul.
Yeah, I think so.
Hold on. Amy, don't sleep. You've got to stay awake, please.
Doctor.
I do remember speaking to one person afterwards, which was Philip Maddock, who played in the episode Brain and Morbius.
Oh, yeah.
Played Solon. He was there signing, and I asked him what he thought of it. and he said it was very good, but moved far too fast.
Yes, yeah, you can. That's one of the observations, isn't it, that we all make from classic Who to newer Doctor Who is it's just modern editing, isn't it? It's scenes are cut together a lot quicker now, and storylines a bit faster.
That's right. Yeah.
With the classic stuff, it's very, very script led in terms of, you know, everyone's in a room, it's quite static, and everyone does their lines, and then we move on. Where
it's more like a play, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Whereas newer TV is just yeah, it does move faster.
That's why I'm always amazed and also very pleased that so many sort of younger people watch the old classic Doctor Who's.
Yeah.
Some of our listeners are quite young, and they, you know, they'll be chatting about Seeds of Doom and Pyramids of Mars, and it's brilliant that,
it's great,
that these young guys are, you know, will actually watch it and enjoy it and not think, oh, this is slow, this is boring. And, you know, I think it's great.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. Yeah, if you're not on board with the classic Doctor Who, you're missing out.
Yeah. Where's the top of this thing?
It's hanging from a... They haven't got enough money to finish the tail. There's only so much budget for Doctor Who.
No.
We don't really buy much in the way of merchandise, so BBC haven't got much money.
Silence, Doctor. Silence will fall.
Tell you what's a credit to Matt's acting, actually, is that I believe in him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a good actor.
Absolutely, yeah. He bought into it, didn't he? 100%.
I don't feel that I'm watching somebody just going through the motions. I feel like I feel he does put in a good performance. He takes it seriously.
Yeah, he completely took it on board and made it his own. Absolutely.
No, I didn't.
What are you doing?
Tracking the signal back. Sorry, in advance.
About what?
The bill.
Oi, I didn't say you could go.
I love this bit. He's not quite done with them yet.
No, it's nice, isn't it?
I love it that Rory's relieved, like it's over, it's done with, but the Doctor's like, no.
He's like, no, it's only just beginning. Yeah.
Was watching. You lot. Back here now.
And
Here
the
comes the theme, yeah, kicking in.
Did he just bring them back? Did he just save the world from aliens and then bring all the aliens back?
Yeah, he's hitting his stride now, isn't he? He's into it.
The roof. No. Hang on.
Another little cheeky scene coming up.
Yeah, this piece of music is actually called... Actually, no, it is I Am the Doctor, isn't it? I was thinking there's another one with some sort of slightly heavier drums and guitar called Amy in the TARDIS. I think this might be...
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Actual aliens. Deadly aliens.
Rory's still banging on.
Aliens of death. And now you're taking your clothes off. Amy is taking his clothes off.
Yeah, I wasn't too keen on this bit.
No.
Where Amy's like, you know...
Just gawping.
Those clothes belong to people, you know.
It's just because I feel sorry for Rory, like, you know.
Yeah, he does put up with a lot, doesn't he, Rory?
He does, yeah, too much. Yeah, I'm not warming to Amy in this episode. Now this scene for me, I think this is brilliant.
Yeah.
All this stuff coming up on the rooftop, really, really good.
There's been a few episodes, haven't there, where Matt Smith has done the whole yelling into the sky, his big speech. He does it so well.
He does it well, yeah. I did start to think they were overdoing it, though. I used to think, oh, not another speech. But he does do it well. Yeah. You're right. I love the fact he's got a few different ties to, pick the perfect one, and very nice. Like that shirt as well.
Yeah. A lot of cosplayers would have paused at this bit, trying to find the right shirt and braces and stuff.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Is this world a threat to the Atraxi?
Is this where, because he's sort of the geekiest sort of Doctor that we've had for the new era, isn't he, in terms of his style? Is this when it became okay to be geeky?
I think there is an element to that, yeah.
I think it helped, didn't it? You know, the bow tie, the braces, suddenly became okay to be a bit bit more geeky if you want to be.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, because he had input into the costume, didn't he?
He did. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here we. Yeah. Come on then, who can we spot in this montage?
Oh, there's loads. Yeah.
I saw it.
What you've got to ask is,
Sea Devil. Oh.
what happened to them?
This bit with the doctors and that, the whole pub was erupting at this point.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah,
He steps through
yeah.
it, doesn't he? Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, there was a big cheer, I think. Seem to remember a lot of buzz around that scene.
And there's the theme again.
Yeah.
Basically, run.
His hair was a bit big and quiffy, wasn't it, for a while?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Yeah. And off they go, just like that.
Just reminding them of his reputation.
Yeah, and it's a nice way to get around it, isn't it? You know, a nice way to sort of.
Is that it? Is that them gone for good?
We're always so funny.
Oh, this is nice. I love this shot that's coming up.
Oh.
And it does look brilliant. I just
does.
love it.
Yeah.
I think Moffat wanted it to be more like the Peter Cushing TARDIS or something. But,
Oh, really? Okay.
I love it. Yeah, St John's Ambulance, the windows, just little touches that they've made, and it looks more solid. Looks great.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember thinking, "Come on, let's see the inside." I was dying to see the inside. Come on. They really hold off showing you as well.
Yeah.
It's almost like they knew that. See, even now you're not seeing it. You know, Moffat knew that you were dying to see what he was looking at. It's brilliant, actually.
Yeah. Just the glow from inside, and then
Just the glow, yeah.
yeah, it is a great looking TARDIS.
She can't believe it.
Rory's open mouth, gormless look that he's made famous.
So,
Oh, this is a good little.
yeah, I was gonna say,
Flashback.
and then back to the really nicely tied up. Going back to the
Yeah.
young Amy. That wonderful sound, brilliant, actually.
They haven't tweaked that sound, have they?
No, that's true. No, it's as it was, which is great, you know. Yeah, it comes nicely round. I like all this.
And of course, we see Amy in her dressing gown and stuff for the beast below. She
Yes.
just stays there, doesn't she, in her dressing gown and slippers?
That's right. Yeah.
Quick hop to the moon and back to run her in. She's ready for the big
Oh, it just looks really solid and brilliant. I love the new TARDIS.
Yeah.
It's funny when you look at that one now on the screen, and then you think back to the Eccleston one. For example, in Father's Day, when he opens the doors and the interior is gone, and think how plasticky and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
well, not plasticky, but you know what I mean. Compared to that, is so much better. That prop is
Yeah.
brilliant.
A bit more money thrown at it this time.
Yes. Yes.
What do you think?
What?
Other planets want to check some out?
What does that mean?
It means, well, it means.
I like the tweed jacket as well.
I'm liking the tweed. Yes. Yeah. I kind of did a half-hearted cosplay when I went to the pub that day. I had a sort of tweedy jacket on and a shirt and a bow tie. I remember thinking everyone would be dressed up, and no one was. I felt a bit of a lemon, to be honest with you, because I was like, "Yeah, come on, it's the Doctor Who night. Everyone's going to be dressed up." No, I think it's about 4 people at the most, and I was one of them. So I kind of sort of slowly, as the night went on, took the tie off and
Yeah, I like a good tweed jacket.
yes, it's nice. It's good.
It's got you now. It'll turn up. So, coming.
No,
You wanted to come 14 years ago.
I grew up.
Don't worry. I'll soon fix that.
Oh, that's so good.
And we're actually going to get to see.
I remember the Tennant episode when he first learnt how to open the door with a click of his fingers. The great scene.
and he seems to have forgotten. Because I was thinking with Capaldi and Clara, when she was holding him ransom with the keys, why doesn't he just click his thing? And here we go. And I have to be honest, I was slightly disappointed when we saw inside. I really liked the 9th and 10th Doctor interior.
What the kind of steampunky.
Yes,
grungy
something about this set was a little bit too messy for me. I don't dislike it by any means, but that looks, I mean, yeah, it looks nice. It's well lit and everything, but it's too messy.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I prefer the interior to I think it's Series 7. You know, where it's completely changed and he's had an upgrade.
Yeah, something about this one I think it's the shape of the console. It's never really been one of my favourites. I do love the circular thing on the roof.
Yeah.
That's brilliant because that harks back to the early Hartnell, and that vanished quite quickly.
Yeah.
But I really like that. But I don't hot and cold taps. No, I don't. I don't really. This interior doesn't grab me.
It's kind of like the 9th and 10th Doctor's interior, but they've just kind of shifted things around and upgraded it just a little bit. But it's not a complete redo, is it? We don't see that until series. I think it's Series 7, could be 6.
Yeah.
New Sonic.
Yes. Matt loved his Sonic, didn't he? I mean,
Yeah.
Matt, the actor, actually just, even when he was on talk shows, he seemed to always have it on him. I think he must have taken one home.
Yeah. Well, you would, wouldn't you?
Oh, you would. It always looked like there was a dustbin in the corner of the room. No, I'm not. It's not grabbing me, this, but. Which Sonic do you prefer? 10ths or 11ths?
Well, it's the 10th for me, mate.
And me, actually.
A bit more refined, not as bulky.
I was going to say, it's really clumsy, that Matt's one.
It looks cool, don't get me wrong, but it's a bit...
around on my own for a while, my choice, but I've started talking to myself all the time.
Be interesting to see if Capaldi gets his a complete new design, or if it's that little comic spoiler where they had just the black and silver one.
I hope he does get a new one. Yeah.
I like this sinister music as well. You know, he spots something, the crack shape.
Yes, it's really nicely sort of just an undercurrent of it. I like that as well. Yeah.
Sometimes it can make people feel a bit, you know.
I'm fine. It's just there's a whole world in here, just like you said. It's all true. I thought, I started to think that maybe you were just like.
And that is a great line, isn't it? Man with a box. I mean, that's stuck now, isn't it? And I really like that.
Yeah.
Man with a box.
Yeah. It sums Matt up fairly well, as you know.
Perfect. Yeah. Oh, that petrol thing, another thing I really hate. But yeah, this is great. Music building, they're off. This is fantastic. You know, brilliant ending. Wonderful. Here he goes. Where are her parents? That's really bugging me now.
Yeah.
Wow. Gonna have to Google that.
And this is quite cool as well. All the stuff that she made. Nobody believed her.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Yeah, it's a nice little touch, actually. I remember thinking at the time, what's going on here? What is all this? And there it is.
Everyone's like, oh, right.
OMG.
She's done a runner.
Yeah. And there we go. Wow.
And then coming soon. I quite like these little trailers at the end, like next time. And
well, unfortunately, I haven't got it. I've gone straight to one's gone straight to the credits.
Okay, right.
So
Well,
they must have cut it on the DVD.
Yeah, so on mine, all we're seeing is like a very brief trailer now for The Beast Below.
Oh, right, okay.
And actually, it's the series... No, sorry. It's the Series 5 trailer, actually. So we're seeing River Song and blah, blah, blah. So we don't have to watch this bit. We're done.
No, mine's gone. I've gone to the menu bar now.
Yeah, we're done.
So were they actually showing clips from the forthcoming episodes rather than next time, were they?
Yes, it was all of the episodes for the following series.
Right, with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
So that was the 11th hour.
Yes, and it's long. It's longer, isn't it? I was thinking it's actually an hour episode, that one, isn't it?
It is. I thought it was 45 minutes, but yeah, it's an hour long.
Yeah, but it went well. I think it's well paced, actually. I didn't sort of... There's no bit in that for me that drags or anything. I thought it was really quite good, actually. And
I tell you what, mate, yeah, I think that's one of my favourite episodes of the Matt Smith era. I really like it. It's got I think Matt Smith is brilliant in it, and I think the story is really good. It's got a good combination of a lot of things, and it all comes together nicely, and I just think it's a really well done, one of Stephen Moffat's best, I think.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, I absolutely loved it. And I remember thinking, at the time, like, wow, we are at the start of something special here. This is going to be amazing. And it is a shame, actually, when you watch an episode like that it's a really quality episode, to think how some of Matt's episodes did go, because there was so much potential with Matt.
Yeah.
And he did get some good stories, but he also got some real clunkers. And it's a shame, actually, because just watching that just shows how good an episode could be with him. And that was right at the start as well. You know what I mean? He's not even sort of found his feet 100% as a Doctor, and he's still brilliant in it. I really enjoyed it. Really, really like that one.
Yeah, it's very cool. So if we were going to give this a review, if we were doing this on the normal podcast show and it was one of our reviews, what would you have given this?
I'd probably go 9.5 out of 10.
9.5?
Yeah, I really think it's great.
Wow, nearly a perfect episode.
There's a couple of things in it. Well, it's mainly Amy, actually. Amy annoys me in it. But apart from that, I mean, it's almost a 10 for me. I think it's a really strong, good episode.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I was going to give it a 9. Yeah, I wouldn't have given it a 10 because there were a couple of little things like, Amy's she's a wee bit annoying and in a couple of bits, and I think they could have done a little bit more with the Prisoner Zero thing, and but other than that, it's such a good episode. It's one of those things where, like I said earlier, it just combines so many good things. It's playful, it's got humour, it's quite creepy in places. It's the music is fantastic. New TARDIS looks good. Matt's brilliant. There's not a lot to dislike, really.
No, you're right.
Great.
I think you're true about the Prisoner Zero. They could have done a bit more with that, because we kind of just get to the build up at the end and then he scares them away. So yeah, you're right. They could have done a little bit more with that.
Yeah.
But no, very, very strong episode. I'm almost tempted to go down to a 9, not because there's anything wrong with it, but yeah. Well, I'll stick with my original 9.5 for me.
9.5.
Yeah, very good.
And it's a 9 for me.
Yeah.
So I think I think we're done now for the old commentary, mate.
Yeah, I enjoyed rewatching that one. I liked it a lot. I haven't watched it for a while, so it's good to see Matt's tenure kicking off, and yeah, onwards and upwards with his era.
Indeedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's our first commentary in the bag.
Yes, I enjoyed doing a commentary. It's actually quite nice to watch along, and because you when you're doing a review, you sort of forget little bits. It's quite nice to sort of give an on-the-spot reaction there. And I hope that my thing did freeze in the middle, so apologise to anyone if it was a bit jarring in the middle there, but I managed to catch up with you pretty quick. So, but yeah, I really enjoyed doing that. It was good.
It was very cool, because now I don't feel so silly when I'm just chatting away to myself about certain episodes. It's yeah, I can chat away, and it's really cool talking through it with you as well, mate, because I think where it concerns Matt Smith's era especially, we have very similar views on his Doctor and some of his episodes and stuff, so yeah, it's good.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So thank you very much for joining. We hope you guys have enjoyed. If you want us to do more of these, we have got another one confirmed that will be coming up a bit later, but if you want us to do any more of these moving forward, please let us know what you think. We would love to do some more of them.
Yeah, suggest some episodes as well, because we were quite indecisive on this one, weren't we? So if there's an episode somebody would really like us to do, let us know.
If possible, something from newer Doctor Who, just because if you pick one from the classic era that's like 6 episodes long, that could be a bit boring.
Yeah, some of the Pertwee ones could be a very long commentary. That is true. Yeah.
So any of the newer ones around 40, the newer time, that would be ace. So check out the normal podcast show that goes out every Friday. Just head over to bigblueboxpodcast.co.uk and jump onto the links there to Twitter and Facebook. Let us know what you think, and also check out Adam's The Geek's Handbag YouTube series. Just do a search for that on YouTube or Facebook. Got some great videos there.
Thank you.
And we will speak to you again on the next episode on Friday. Until then, I'm Gary.
And I'm Adam.
And Allons-y!